Did you know that a clicking and popping in your knees isn't just a sign of getting older? It's actually your body's cry for help. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about how to truly save your joints. Most people are convinced that cartilage damage is permanent and that pain is just an inevitable part of aging. But that is a huge misconception. In this video, I'm going to share a remarkable secret with you. You'll learn the recipe for a special healing porridge that can help restore your joints in just 7 days. You heard that right. No expensive injections, no harsh chemicals, just ancient wisdom. The irony is that the most powerful remedy for your legs is found in a regular grocery store, not a pharmacy. Watch this video until the end, and I'll give you the step-by-step instructions on how to prepare this miracle remedy. But before we start, let me know in the comments, do you usually trust traditional home remedies or modern pills? I'm looking forward to your answers. Now let's dive in. To understand the power of this recipe, we need to go back 1,000 years. Back then, lived a great Persian physician and philosopher named Ibn Sina, known in the West as Avicenna. His famous work, The Canon of Medicine, was the world's primary medical textbook for 5 centuries. Avicenna treated sultans and kings. He believed that food should be your medicine, and medicine should be your food. This great healer noticed something fascinating. Nomads who followed a specific diet never had joint problems, even in old age, though they could ride horses for days and walk immense distances without any issues. Avicenna studied their diet and developed the perfect nutritional formula for bones and cartilage. He created a recipe for a dense porridge that literally gave people their mobility back. Today, modern science has analyzed the ingredients of this recipe, and the results are stunning. It turns out this ancient doctor discovered the perfect balance of nutrients for tissue regeneration. First, let's talk about why our joints actually hurt. Think of it like a door hinge. If it goes too long without oil, metal starts grinding against metal, and you get that grating squeak. At first it's just noisy, but over time, the hinge starts to wear down and rust. Our knees and elbows work the exact same way. Inside every joint, you have cartilage. That's your protective cushion. Surrounding it is synovial fluid, which acts as your natural lubricant. As we age, or if our nutrition isn't where it needs to be, we start running low on that lubricant. Without it, your cartilage begins to rub together, leading to inflammation and swelling. Suddenly, every step comes with a dull ache or a sharp pang of pain. Most people believe this wear and tear is permanent. That's a common and honestly dangerous myth. We're often told that once our joints start to go, there's nothing we can do but live with the pain. But the human body is an incredibly smart system. It's designed to repair itself at a cellular level. The key is simply providing your body with the right building blocks at the right time. This very principle of restoration is at the heart of Avicenna's ancient recipe. He understood that rubbing ointments on your knees is nothing more than a temporary fix. You shouldn't just treat the symptoms. You must address the root cause, the internal drying out of the joint. Avicenna sought a way to bring back moisture, elasticity, and vital nutrients. To understand why this works, consider one key anatomical fact. Cartilage has no blood vessels of its own. It receives nourishment only through movement, soaking up nutrients from the surrounding joint fluid, much like a sponge. If that fluid is empty and lacks the necessary vitamins, the joint starves and eventually breaks down. Avicenna's recipe acts as a powerful nutrient delivery system. It transforms the chemistry of your blood, which then enriches the joint fluid. This sends a direct signal to your body to begin the repair process. It's a perfect example of how the right biochemical balance in your food can trigger real physiological changes. You simply enjoy a delicious meal while your body gets to work building new cartilage cells. The foundation of this healing remedy is simple gelatin. That's right, the same gelatin you use for desserts or savory jellies. Back in the days of Avicenna, they didn't have convenient packets of powder. People would slow cook animal bones and cartilage for hours until they got a thick, rich broth. But the core principle remains the same. Gelatin is essentially pure hydrolyzed collagen, the most vital protein in our bodies. Think of it like the steel reinforcement in a building. Without enough collagen, our ligaments lose their strength, and our cartilage becomes as brittle as a dry cracker. Some claim that dietary gelatin isn't absorbed by the body, calling it a waste of time. But modern science has completely debunked that myth. Hydrolyzed collagen is actually very well absorbed in the gut. It breaks down into essential amino acids, which are then carried through the bloodstream directly to your joints. Within just a few days of using this base, your body starts repairing and strengthening connective tissue from head to toe. But gelatin alone isn't enough for a complete recovery. Avicenna always relied on complex combinations, and the second vital ingredient in this recipe is sesame seeds. But why sesame? Because these seeds are an absolute powerhouse of bioavailable calcium. You see, the bone structure directly beneath the cartilage must be incredibly strong. If the bone becomes porous, the cartilage loses its foundation, causing it to sag and deteriorate. Most people believe that milk or cottage cheese are the best sources of calcium, but that's a common misconception that hinders true healing. In reality, 100 grams of sesame seeds contain several times more calcium than a whole glass of milk. Furthermore, sesame is packed with magnesium and zinc, essential minerals that ensure calcium is absorbed by your bones instead of forming kidney stones. Avicenna called sesame the seed of life and recommended it to everyone over 40 as the ultimate protection for the skeletal system. The third secret ingredient in our healing porridge is flaxseed. Think of it as a fire extinguisher for your inflamed joints. When a joint is in pain, it swells, feeling as though it's burning from the inside out. Flax seeds are a powerhouse of omega-3 fatty acids, nature's most effective weapon against inflammation. In ancient times, flax was worth its weight in gold, prized specifically for its medicinal oils. If collagen builds the cartilage and sesame strengthens the bone, then flax provides the ultimate lubrication. It transforms the synovial fluid, making it smooth and slick. Imagine pouring premium oil into the engine of an old car. Suddenly, everything runs quietly and effortlessly. That is exactly how your knees will react to a healthy dose of omega-3s. Additionally, when soaked, flax seeds release a soothing, gel-like substance. This natural coating protects your stomach and intestinal lining, allowing your body to fully absorb all the other nutrients in this porridge. The fourth ingredient in our recipe is raw honey, but in this case it's not added for sweetness or flavor. In Avicenna's traditional medicine, honey served as a carrier, a unique natural conductor. Honey enters the bloodstream almost instantly, pulling the nutrients from the gelatin, sesame, and flax along with it. While modern medicine uses drugs to boost microcirculation, honey achieves the same result entirely naturally. It dilates the tiny capillaries surrounding the joints. Even if your circulation is sluggish due to age or a sedentary lifestyle, honey helps push vital nutrients right where they need to go. One crucial rule: the honey must be raw and never heated. Adding it to hot water destroys the vital enzymes responsible for its transport function. That's why we'll be using it in a very specific way, carefully minding the temperature. This small detail is absolutely critical to the success of the treatment. Now let's add a touch of magic, or more accurately, a golden spice. The fifth element is turmeric, also known as the golden root. Centuries ago, the healer Avicenna used this spice not just in the kitchen, but in surgery to disinfect wounds. Turmeric contains a powerful active compound called curcumin. When it comes to soothing joint pain, its effects are often compared to modern pharmaceutical painkillers, but without the harsh impact on your stomach or liver. This potent antioxidant actually blocks the enzymes responsible for cartilage breakdown. We can see its power in parts of Asia, where turmeric is a dietary staple. There, rates of arthritis among seniors are incredibly low. You'll see people working in the fields, well into their old age, free from back or knee pain. Adding just a pinch of turmeric to your morning meal acts as a jump-start for your body. It helps ease inflammation within the first few days, so you can finally get back on your feet and move without the pain. All right, let's get to the most important part: how to properly make this miracle porridge. It takes a little patience, but the process is actually quite simple. You'll need 1 tablespoon of instant food-grade gelatin, 2 tablespoons of flax seeds, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1 tablespoon of raw honey. The first step is preparing the seeds correctly. This is where many people make a major mistake. You shouldn't just toss the dry seeds in and pour boiling water over them. The outer shell of sesame and flax seeds contains phytic acid, which blocks mineral absorption. If the seeds aren't prepared properly, the calcium will just pass right through your system. To deactivate this acid, you need to grind the seeds in a coffee grinder. By making a fresh flax and sesame meal, you break down that tough outer shell and make all those vitamins bioavailable. It's important to do this right before cooking, so the healthy oils don't have a chance to oxidize in the air. Now let's move on to the gelatin. Take a small bowl and add 1 tablespoon of gelatin. Mix in your freshly ground flax and sesame seeds, along with a teaspoon of turmeric. Next we'll add the water, and here is a crucial tip. Never use hot or boiling water. High heat will instantly break down the collagen structure, destroy the healthy fats in the seeds, and kill off the active enzymes. Instead, use pure, room-temperature water. Pour in about half a cup and stir thoroughly until the mixture is smooth. with a consistency similar to light cream. Leave the bowl at room temperature overnight. This is when the magic happens. As it sits, the gelatin hydrates, the flax seeds release their healing mucilage, and all the ingredients fuse into a single bioactive blend. By morning, you'll be left with a thick, golden, nutrient-rich jelly. First thing in the morning, right before you enjoy your porridge, we need to add one final touch. Take a tablespoon of high-quality honey and stir it thoroughly into the mixture. Remember, the porridge should be cooled to the touch. This ensures the honey retains all its incredible healing properties. If the consistency is a bit too thick, feel free to add a splash or two of warm water, but make sure it's not hot. And there you have it. Your elixir of youth for healthy joints is ready. Now here is how you use it. You must eat this porridge on a completely empty stomach, exactly 30 minutes before your main breakfast. Since your stomach is empty and your acidity levels are optimal, your body is primed to soak up every single nutrient. Why do this in the morning? While you sleep, your joints rest. But the moment you wake up, they start preparing for the day's movement. By fueling them with collagen and healthy fats first thing, you're creating a protective shield that lasts all day long. It's like putting invisible armor on your knees. Follow this routine for exactly 7 days. And trust me, you'll start feeling the difference long before the week is over. Let's walk through exactly what's happening inside your body, day by day. During the first 48 hours, you might not feel a dramatic shift in your joints just yet, but beneath the surface, a powerful biochemical chain reaction is already underway. The gelatin is working to seal microscopic leaks in your gut lining, boosting your overall digestion. Meanwhile, the omega-3s from the flax seeds are entering your bloodstream, systematically cooling down hidden pockets of inflammation. You'll begin to notice that your usual morning stiffness is starting to ease up. By day 3, the turmeric has reached a therapeutic level in your tissues. That nagging, dull ache, the kind that keeps you up at night or flares up when the weather changes, starts to fade into the background. Any visible swelling will begin to subside, and you might notice your knee looking leaner. This is a sign that the excess fluid pressing against your nerves is finally draining away. It's as if your joints are taking their first clear breath after years of restriction. This is the breakthrough moment where most people are truly stunned by the results. By days 4 and 5, the magic of collagen really kicks in. Your body has accumulated enough amino acids to start actively repairing your cartilage. If you pay attention, you'll notice that the clicking or popping in your knees when you squat has faded, or even disappeared completely. This happens because the flaxseed and gelatin have replenished your synovial fluid. It's like finally oiling a squeaky door hinge. By days 6 and 7, you enter the strengthening phase. The calcium from the sesame seeds begins to settle deep into the bone structure beneath the cartilage. You'll feel a newfound lightness in your legs and a natural urge to move. Climbing stairs, which used to be a painful hurdle, suddenly becomes much easier. We see this all the time. People who once struggled just to walk to the grocery store are planning long strolls in the park by the end of the week. This isn't a miracle. It's just smart biochemistry and giving your body the respect it deserves. Let's be real for a moment and debunk a dangerous myth. Many people think that simply eating a spoonful of a miracle recipe is enough, and they can just lie on the couch waiting for a cure. It doesn't work that way. Avicenna always emphasized the vital importance of movement. As we've discussed, a joint only receives nourishment when it's actually working. Think of your cartilage as a pump. When you step down, it compresses, squeezing out old, used-up fluid. When you lift your weight, it expands, drawing in fresh, nutrient-rich fluid from the food you eat. If you don't move, the pump stops. The nutrients are right there next to the joint, but they can't get inside. That's why a daily walk is an absolute requirement for this week of treatment. You don't need to run or lift heavy weights. Just 30 minutes of gentle walking in the fresh air every day is enough. Move at a pace that feels comfortable for you. This simple action switches on the pump, delivering healing nutrients directly to the center of an aching knee or hip. Movement doesn't just help. It multiplies the healing effect of your diet tenfold. This ancient remedy has another incredible benefit I just have to share. While you're healing your joints, your body is actually rejuvenating from the inside out. Collagen is the foundation of both your cartilage and your skin. By the end of the week, you'll notice your skin feeling firmer and more hydrated, while fine lines start to fade. Your hair will regain its healthy shine and stop thinning, and your nails will become noticeably stronger. The flax seeds in this recipe will also improve your gut health, helping you forget about bloating and digestive issues. So many women have shared that after finishing this course, they were flooded with compliments on their appearance. It just goes to show the brilliance of Avicenna's philosophy. Everything in the body is connected. You can't heal one part without benefiting the whole. Real health always radiates from the inside out. I want to warn you about one common mistake that can completely ruin your results: not drinking enough water. Both gelatin and flax seeds need plenty of hydration to work properly in your body. If you're eating this thick mixture without drinking enough, you might end up feeling bloated or constipated. Without enough water, the collagen simply won't dissolve or reach your joints. Throughout this 1-week course, it is crucial to drink plenty of plain, still water, at least 1.5 to 2 liters a day. Keep in mind that tea, coffee, and juice don't count. Your body needs pure water. Think of water as a transport system, a river that carries building materials to where they're needed most. Imagine you're building a house. You have the bricks and the cement, but without water to mix the mortar, the work comes to a standstill. Your body works the same way. Drink your water steadily throughout the day, about 1 glass every few hours. If you do this, the recipe will work exactly as it's supposed to. You might be wondering, what happens after this first week? Do you have to eat this every single day for the rest of your life? Not at all. Avicenna's recipe is a powerful therapeutic treatment. Think of it as a jump start for your body. If you notice significant improvement after 7 days, but the discomfort hasn't fully vanished, it's perfectly fine to extend the course to 14 days. This is completely normal, as everyone's joints are in different conditions. Once you've finished the course and feel that sense of lightness again, take a break. To maintain these results, simply repeat this gelatin week once every 3 or 4 months. This is plenty to keep your joints well maintained and properly lubricated. For the rest of the time, just focus on a balanced diet and stay active with some gentle exercise. Your body will thank you for the care. Let's look at a real-life success story that proves just how powerful this method can be. Meet Anna. For years, she struggled with chronic knee pain caused by osteoarthritis. She had spent a fortune on expensive joint supplements, but those pricey pills only offered minor, temporary relief. It got so bad that she could barely manage the stairs, clutching the handrails with both hands just to get down. When she first heard about this simple recipe, she was incredibly skeptical. How could basic ingredients like seeds and gelatin possibly outperform expensive pharmaceutical capsules? But, feeling like she had nothing to lose, she decided to give it a try. She began preparing the mixture every evening and having it for breakfast the next morning. By the 5th day, Anna noticed something remarkable. She got out of bed without that usual sharp, stabbing pain. Just a week later, for the first time in years, she walked down the stairs with a normal, steady stride. She was absolutely stunned. It turns out that the body absorbs nutrients from a natural, whole food source far more effectively than it ever could from synthetic extracts, so there is one more crucial point to keep in mind: the quality of your ingredients. Never cut corners when it comes to your health. Your gelatin should be fresh and from a reputable brand. If it has a musty or off-putting smell, it's best to throw it away. When it comes to honey, try to buy directly from a trusted beekeeper. Too often what you find on supermarket shelves is just sugar syrup in disguise. For flax and sesame seeds, always choose clear packaging so you can be sure they are clean and free of mold. And for your turmeric, skip the cheap grocery store packets, which are often full of fillers, and head to a specialty spice shop instead. The effectiveness of this remedy depends entirely on the natural potency of these products. If the ingredients are low quality, you won't see the results you're looking for. Taking the extra time to source the best components is an investment in your mobility and a life free of pain. It is absolutely worth it. Today, more and more doctors are starting to acknowledge the power of these natural methods. Of course, we have to be realistic. If a joint is completely destroyed and requires surgery, a simple recipe isn't going to regrow bone out of thin air. But for those in the 1st, 2nd, or even 3rd stage of osteoarthritis, this remedy can be a total game changer. It stops the breakdown process in its tracks. It stabilizes the issue and begins to slowly rebuild what can still be saved. Big Pharma doesn't want you to know these simple, low-cost secrets. They'd rather have you buying painkillers and ointments for years, products that only mask the symptoms. Avicenna's recipe works entirely differently. It doesn't just hide the pain. It targets the root cause by restoring your body's natural biomechanics. This is the path to real healing, not just a temporary illusion of relief. Let's go over the steps one more time to make sure you get everything just right. In the evening, grind 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds and 2 tablespoons of flax seeds. Mix them with a tablespoon of gelatin and a teaspoon of turmeric. Add half a cup of room-temperature water. Stir it well and let it sit on the counter overnight. When you wake up, give yourself a good stretch and start your day with a glass of warm water. Next, take your mixture, which should be nice and thick by now, and stir in a spoonful of high-quality honey. Give it one last stir and enjoy. Wait 30 minutes before eating your regular breakfast. During the day, make sure to take a 30-minute walk and stay hydrated with plenty of fresh water. Follow this routine for 7 days straight without missing a single day. If you skip even one day, it interrupts the nutrient buildup, and the results won't be nearly as effective. Discipline is half the battle when it comes to your health. Make this your top priority for the next week, and your joints will truly thank you. Here's a fascinating discovery. It turns out that what modern clinics try to treat with complex chemicals, the legendary Avicenna solved using the perfect combination of simple foods. This isn't a myth. It's pure biochemistry, proven through the centuries. In just 1 week, using a little gelatin, some seeds, and spices, your joints can feel young again. You can actually support cartilage repair, reduce inflammation, and rediscover the joy of moving freely. No more morning stiffness or that annoying joint crunch. You have to try this for yourself to see the power of this method. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. Your health is in your hands. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones who suffer from joint pain. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know. What natural remedies have you tried for your joints, and what really worked for you? Let's start a conversation.